Hello there, welcome to Bright English YouTube channel. In this video we are going to see about subjective and objective cases of relative pronouns, meaning difference between defining and non-defining relative clauses, and we will see about reduced relative clauses. So let's get started. There are 3 pointers which may help you to identify the cases of relative pronouns. 1. Whom is always used as the subject of relative clauses. 2. The objective case of a relative pronoun is often followed by a noun or a pronoun. However, there are some exceptions in the case of parenthetical expressions. We will see about that. 3. The subjective case of a relative pronoun is usually followed by a verb. Now let us see some examples. Some parenthetical expressions like I think, I believe, he said, I hope, I wish, I know, she thought, and etc. may be placed between the relative pronoun and the rest of the clause. These expressions, however, do not change the cases of the relative pronouns. For example, this is the prosecutor whom I believe the judge admires. To understand the case of the relative pronoun, omit I believe. This is the prosecutor whom the judge admires. Whom is always used as an objective case. Example 2. The teacher who I think will teach us chemistry next year is her husband. To check the case of the relative pronoun type, omit I think. The teacher who will teach us chemistry next year is her husband. Who is followed by a verb teach, so it is a subjective case. Now let's see meaning differences between defining and non-defining relative clauses. The students who studied hard passed the examination. From this sentence, we can conclude that there were several students and some of them studied hard and passed the examination, and some of them did not study hard and did not pass the examination. Therefore, the defining relative clause is essential to identify the subject or antecedent clearly. The students, who studied hard, passed the examination. This is an example of non-defining relative clause. From this sentence, we can conclude that all students studied hard and passed the examination. In this case, the non-defining relative clause is not essential and it can be omitted without changing the basic meaning of the sentence. Example 2. Leo's brother, who lives in Berlin, is a doctor. This one is non-defining. From this sentence, we can say that Leo has only one brother. Leo's brother, who lives in Berlin, is a doctor. This is defining and it implied that Leo has 2 or more brothers and one of them is a doctor. Now let's see about reduced relative clauses. The objective case of a relative pronoun can be omitted from a defining relative clause without changing the form of the verb. A relative clause without a relative pronoun is a contact clause. Example: The girl whom Noah wants to marry is very gorgeous. This sentence contains a defining relative clause and whom is used as an objective case. Therefore, you can omit whom from the relative clause without changing the form of the verb. The girl Noah wants to marry is very gorgeous. This one is a contact clause. The other point here is when the subjective case of a relative pronoun is followed by be verbs, you can omit the relative pronoun and be from a relative clause. Example: the man who was talking about the essence of chemistry is a popular chemist. In this sentence, who is used as a subjective case and it is followed by was. Therefore, we can omit the relative pronoun and be from a relative clause. The man talking about the essence of chemistry is a popular chemist. It has the same meaning with the above sentence. Example 2. William and Josh, who have been warned to behave properly, are now very friendly with their boss. In this sentence, the relative clause has a passive verb, have been warned. So, the reduced form of this sentence should be in past participle or verb 3. William and Josh, warned to behave properly, are now very friendly with their boss. It has the same meaning. When there is no be verb in a relative clause, the subjective case of a relative pronoun can sometimes be omitted by changing the verb into its ing form. Verbs used in this structure are desire, consist, hope, wish, believe, expect, want, know, and etc. Example: the group which consists of 6 members will be formed. This is the same as the group consisting of 6 members will be formed. Example 2. The girl that protested loudly has been taken to prison. This is the same as the girl protesting loudly has been taken to prison. This is all about our today's topic. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel and share to your friends. Thank you.